Hi, this is Andy Bryce of Easy Data Transform, and I'm going to show you how you can convert various different number formats and locales into the form and locale that you want. So we're going to drag this small CSV file onto Easy Data Transform. It could equally have well been an Excel file, XML, JSON or various other formats, but this was a CSV file, and here we can see it's got various numbers in formats typically seen in the US and the UK. So it has a dot decimal separator. This one has a comma, group or thousand separator. This one has a space separator. This one has a currency symbol. And this one's in scientific notation. And this one's just a text string that's not a valid number. So with this input selected, we'll click on the num format transform. And we can see here that it's converted the numbers into a standard form. So this column's been selected, which means we want to convert this column. This tells us what we want to do about decimals. So we're allowing Easy Data Transform to intelligently work out whether the decimal is a dot or a comma. You can force it to use a dot or a comma, or you can use your locale set in preferences. These are the various different formats we can convert it to. So for example, we can set it to scientific notation with a small e or with a big E. We can set it to floating point with different numbers of decimal places. We can tell it to use either scientific small e or floating point, whichever is most compact, and similarly scientific big E or floating point, whichever is more compact. Or we can tell it to use a simple floating point form with no trailing zeros. If you hover over the control, these are all explained. And we can optionally add group separators for our locale. So here it's added commas because we're in the UK locale. And finally, we can tell it what to do with non-numeric values. So we've told it to leave it as it is. For example, we could change them to not a number if we wanted to. Now, if we go to Preferences, we can see that currently I'm in the UK locale. But if I change this to Germany, then it will change the numbers into a German locale. So now it's using a comma as the decimal separator and it's using a dot as the thousands separator. So let's change locale again. So we've changed it to English USA. And let's drag on a file with some European style numbers. So now we can see these have a comma as the decimal separator. And in this case, we've got a dot as the thousands separator. This one uses spaces. This one uses apostrophes. And here we've got a currency symbol. And here we have scientific notation using a comma. And again, it converts it into our locale. So we're back in using an English locale. So it's converted it to using a dot as the decimal separator. Obviously, this is a very small example, but Easy Data Transform can easily handle data sets with thousands or millions of rows. Click the Help button for more details. Easy Data Transform is available for Windows and Mac. You can download a fully functional free trial from our website. It only takes a few seconds and you don't even have to give us your email address.